Okay.
So we're going to go for a take.
Are you rolling?
Camera speed.
Sound speed.
Okay, Anna, whenever you're ready.
Hello, screen industry people. I'm Anna Smith. In the UK, we have fantastic, diverse talent working across all areas, creating film, TV and gaming. But, as you know, it's not an easy business to be in. We all grapple with complex questions around production and our working practices.
I've got a question. I run a production company and employment laws just changed. I'm really stretched for time, but I want to be sure that I'm doing right by the people that I hire. Where can I quickly find the details and know that is correct?
So I'm shooting an intimate scene next week and I need to make sure that my actors feel comfortable on set. How do I go about finding an intimacy coordinator?
So I'm a budget holder and I need advice on negotiating agreements, particularly 0-hour contracts. Could I get training on that?
If we're doing a bigger production, how do I go about getting a freelance hair and makeup artist?
Those are the kinds of questions that the Workwise for Screen podcast can answer. The programme is an initiative to improve good working practices in the screen industries with the support of the BFI awarding National Lottery funding. It'll be a one-stop shop. Anyone working in the industry with any questions can come here to find help and support or find their way to the brilliant resources that already exist. On the Workwise for Screen podcast, I'll get the lowdown on all your legal and people management questions from industry experts.
Hi, I'm Sarah Wybrew. I'm the Director of Skills and Workforce Development at the British Film Institute.
I'm Keith Arrowsmith and I'm a solicitor working with organisations in the creative industries.
Fantastic. So you're there to help. How are you going to help and who are you going to help? Like, what does this platform actually look like and how are people going to access it?
What we're really keen to do is open up a platform for discussion. We know there's good practice out there. We know there's some really good resources out there. But how do we help people find them? And how do we identify those gaps? We've done the thinking. We're ready to launch a programme. It'll all be online under the Workwise for Screen banner, and we'll create podcasts, we'll create articles, we'll create conversation, we'll meet and greet people, and we'll find these moments where we can all work together to help support good practice.
The BFI some time ago made a really strong commitment around equality, diversity and inclusion, as well as anti-bullying and harassment and anti-racism. We have some really good toolkits in that space, but we know there's much more work to do there. We also hope that the sector will be supported through this programme to engage with improved contracting practices. And what we mean by that is ensuring that people in the sector are on the right type of worker contract for the way in which they're being asked to operate. That's really crucial because it means that we can help people working in the sector also access rights, benefits and protections that are already there, but they may not be able to access because of the way we might be contracting currently. But we hope the programme will help inform and educate people in the sector about doing some things differently. We expect the sector to come to Workwise for Screen to access support, training and guidance. When they start doing that, we hope it will take them on a journey to engaging with a whole range of other support and guidance that they maybe didn't realise was beneficial to them.
Yeah, kind of inspiring them in a way.
I hope so.
Enriching their working lives.
But I run a small business. I'm really, really busy. And some of those aspects are really big. Mm-hmm. So what we've got to do is find ways that we can help people in that spare 20 minutes they have at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, which is one of the reasons why we want to have lots and lots of resources that people can access at any time of the day. And that might mean a podcast, or it might mean a more detailed article or something a bit more structured with an e-learning platform. So we'll come at it from all sorts of different ways, but we'll always make sure it's up to date. We'll always make sure it works for the screen sector, but we're going to make sure it works in that kind of 20-minute slot.
It's really important that the support this programme provides is really easy to engage with and understand. Some of this territory can feel really challenging. We want the sector to recognise that improved working practices and conditions is really achievable once you have the resource, the knowledge and the connections that you need to make that stuff happen well.
And my job is going to be to take that review and take that research and see how we can make that work up and down the country. We're going to make sure this programme reaches people across the nations. And part of that's going to be meeting them in person, part of that's going to be asking them to come to the platform. But as the programme proceeds, we'll make sure that we'll develop it and we'll step back from the parts that others are addressing and we'll focus on those gaps.
We're a sector that tells stories. We are a sector that is about people, for people. And we tell factual stories and we tell fictional stories. We are trying to engage everyone in those stories, and that means those stories also need to be made and told by everyone. So our workforce needs to be open and welcoming of everybody, and working conditions, positive working conditions, are a fundamental part of making that possible.
That's why we developed a programme that's all about a conversation. It's a really easy sign-up process, but it's all free to access.
Thank you for listening. I'm Anna Smith, and this is Workwise for Screen. See you soon.